The moment her phone lit up with his name, something inside me quietly shattered. It wasn't loud or dramatic, just a deep, hollow kind of break, like glass cracking under invisible weight. For weeks I'd felt the distance. Rushed kisses, flimsy excuses about late meetings, laughter that wasn't meant for me anymore. But seeing his name, Ethan, on her screen while she showered confirmed what I'd been too afraid to admit. The woman I'd loved for 12 years was already gone. When she stepped out of the bathroom, humming softly, wrapped in a towel, I said nothing. I just watched as she reached for her phone, her lips curving into a smile I hadn't seen in months. That night, while she slept peacefully beside me, I stared at the ceiling numb. The person I thought was my forever had become a stranger sharing my bed. I wanted to shake her awake, demand answers, but a quieter voice told me not to. Let her show you who she is. So I waited, and waiting hurt more than any truth could. It happened on a Thursday. She came home later than usual, her hair slightly tousled, her perfume mixed with a faint trace of someone else's cologne. Setting her purse down, she said, "Mark, we need to talk." My heart sank. I forced a calm I didn't feel. "What about?" She sighed, like she was reciting something rehearsed. "I don't think this marriage is working. We've drifted apart. I want space. I want out." Her voice was steady, emotionless, like ending 12 years together was a business decision. I studied her face, looking for hesitation. There was none. "Is it about Ethan?" I asked quietly. Her eyes snapped up wide for a split second before narrowing. "What are you talking about?" "Don't," I said, keeping my voice low. "I've seen the messages, the late nights, the lies. You don't have to pretend." She froze and straightened, as if relieved the secret was finally out. "Yes," she said softly. "It's Ethan, and I'm not sorry. He makes me feel alive, something I haven't felt with you in years." It wasn't the confession that broke me. It was the indifference. I didn't shout. I didn't beg. I just nodded, stood up, and said, "If that's what you want, then go." She blinked, clearly surprised. "That's it? You're just letting me go. What else is there to do?" I asked. "You left long before today. You just needed to say it out loud." The next week passed in silence. We slept in separate rooms, spoke only when necessary. Then one morning, she packed her things and left. Just like that, 12 years folded into a suitcase and carried out the door. I signed the divorce papers with shaking hands. But instead of breaking, something inside me settled. I thought the pain would destroy me. Instead, I felt a strange lightness, a quiet kind of freedom. The first nights alone were brutal. The bed was too big, the house too quiet. Every room echoed with her ghost, her laughter, her perfume, the faint sound of her humming. But slowly, the ache dulled. I started going out again. Friends I hadn't seen in years reached out. My sister called every day. I even dusted off my old guitar and played until my fingers burned. I wasn't healed, but I was breathing again. And one night, I realized something. I hadn't lost her. I'd been set free from her. Then, a month later, she showed up at my door. It was a Saturday afternoon. I opened the door to find her standing there, different somehow, not glowing, not confident, just uncertain. "Hi, Mark," she said softly, like the word hi could undo everything she'd done. I leaned against the doorframe. "What do you want?" She hesitated, eyes darting past me into the home that was no longer hers. "I just want to see how you're doing." I gave a half smile. "Why? You made it pretty clear you didn't care." She swallowed hard, then finally asked what she'd come for. "Is there someone else?" For a moment, I almost laughed. The irony was painful and perfect. She'd left me for someone else, and now she wanted to know if she'd been replaced. "Yes," I said simply. Her expression faltered. "Who?" I stepped closer, meeting her eyes. "Me. I replaced you with myself, with the man you forgot existed while you were chasing someone else. My peace doesn't depend on you anymore." Her lips trembled. "Mark, I made a mistake. Ethan, he's not who I thought he was." "Stop," I interrupted. "You don't get to rewrite the story. You chose him. You ended us, and I chose to walk away. Tears filled her eyes. Regret finally showed, but it didn't move me. It was too late. That night, I sat on the porch with a glass of whiskey, the autumn air cool against my skin. I thought about the woman I'd once loved, the betrayal that broke me, and the strength I found in losing her. She had walked away thinking she was upgrading her life. But when she came back, she didn't find another woman standing in her place. She found a man who no longer needed her to feel whole. And for the first time in years, I was truly free.